ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Namaskar to all of you. Welcome to the class or discussion on the significance of worship, puja. Last time we had discussed about the Dwara Puja, and also we had before that gone into the final details of what is Samanya Arghya. Now, today we will take up some aspects of Dwara Puja, then we will go to the next aspect, that's the next step, that is Bhuta Apasaranam. Now, last time while discussing about Dwara Puja, we got a term called the Vastu Purusha. I will go through the Dwara Puja again, worship of the deities of the door. Meaning of Dwara Puja means worship of the deities of the door. So in that we told sprinkle a little water towards the door, saying Om Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. Then offer a flower touched with sandal paste towards the door with the mantra Om Ete Gandapushpe Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha. So after that mantra Om Ete Gandapushpe Dwara Devatabhyo Namaha, offer a flower touched with sandal paste towards the southwest corner. That is, the direction is given on the screen, southwest corner, Nairutya Kona. So it is marked there on the screen, you can see it. So all the mantras are also given which I have chanted in the Dwara Puja or Dwara Devata Puja, meaning is worship of the deities of the door. So offer a flower touched with sandal paste towards the southwest corner. Southwest corner means Nairutya Kona. Saying Om Ete Gandapushpe Brahmane Namaha. So this flower touched with sandal paste is offered to Brahma. So after that we have to tell saying another flower has to be offered towards the same direction, southwest corner, Nairutya Kona, to Vastu Purusha. And the mantra is, you can see there, Om Ete Gandapushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. The mantra 4 you can see there on the screen displayed. Vastu Purushaya Namaha. Om Ete Gandhapushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. So now in the last class I had told what is this Vastu Purusha. So I will go to the details of what Vastu Purusha is and explain to you Vastu Purusha, its significance. There is an interesting story in the Matsya Purana. You know what is meant by Puranas. There are some of our scriptures, Hindu scriptures. There are 18 main Puranas. Other than that, there may be some more Puranas too. Important and main Puranas are 18. So now in that, there is one interesting story in the Matsya Purana, in which the birth of the Vastu Purusha is narrated. By reading that story, one knows why the worship of the Vastu Purusha is necessary before beginning any constructing any house or building or temples or anything for that sake. Well, any construction, you have to do the worship of the Vastu Purusha. Every day in the puja also we worship Vastu Purusha by this mantra. In the Dwara Devata Puja, we have now offered that flower with dipped with or smeared with sandal paste, and we tell Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. So now, why is it necessary? Why Vastu Purusha is necessary before beginning any construction or any house or building or even everyday puja? We are worshipping that. While fighting with the demon, one of the demons, Shiva, was tired and began to sweat profusely. Lord Shiva, while fighting with one of the demon, he was tired and began to sweat profusely. So a man was born of the drops of Shiva's sweat. He looked very cruel. This man who was born of the drops of Shiva's sweat, he looked very cruel. He was very hungry. So he began to make penance, lot of spiritual practices, penance, tapasya, to appease Lord Shiva, to get a boon from him. Shiva was pleased with his penance and appeared before him. So before that devotee prayed to Lord Shiva, O Lord, please permit me to eat away all the three worlds. Shiva said, let it be so. The devotee's joy knew no bounds. He got possession on all the three worlds, and first he was ready to eat the terrestrial world, then the celestial beings, then Brahma and others. Now the Brahma and others, all the celestial beings and the demons, Rakshasas, they were terrified. And all of them, all the celestial beings, Brahma and all the deities who were terrified, caught hold of the devotee, encircling him. They came down, caught hold of him, they made him immovable, and they caught hold of him, and the devotee caught hold of the devotee and encircling him. Being bound by like that, that devotee was produced by the sweat of Lord Shiva, who had got the boon to devour all the three worlds, lay down there only. Since then, he has been lying there surrounded by the celestial beings, and thus he was called the god of Vastu or Vastu Purusha. Now you came to know about this Vastu or Vastu Purusha. You will, so now the Lord gave him the boon. You will be known as Vastu Purusha. You will teach the people to your heart's content, who construct buildings and temples, who dig wells and tanks on the side towards which you see and in the direction towards which you hold your feet. You may trouble and even devour those people who construct the aforesaid buildings and temples, tanks and wells, etc., in the direction where you lay your head and back, and those who lay foundation stone without worshipping you or without satisfying you with the homa and puja or worship and the like. So that was the boon given to him, Vastu Purusha. The Vastu Purusha was quite satisfied. Since then, the worship of Vastu is in oak. So this is the significance of Vastu and Vastu Purusha, and that is the person. Now we just now worshipped him. So Om Ete Gandhapushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. Towards the southwest, that is Nairutya Konaha, we put one flower smeared with sandal paste, and we have uttered the mantra. What is that mantra? Om Ete, that means this, Gandha Pushpe, the flower besmeared with sandal paste, Vastu Purushaya Namaha, will be offered to that Vastu Purusha. So now we shall repeat the mantra again. Om Ete Gandha Pushpe Vastu Purushaya Namaha. So now we have come to know what is this Vastu Purusha, significance of his worship. Now we have finished the step called Dwara Devata Puja or Dwara Puja. The next step will be Bhutapasaranam. The next step is Bhutapasaranam. I told you, explained in the last time, Bhuta can be the five elements: Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, that is water, Prithvi, the land and other things. So these are the five elements. They are also called bhutas. And in Sanskrit, bhutas means all the living beings. Any living beings is called bhuta. Then one more meaning in Sanskrit for bhuta is the spirits, the ghosts and other things are also called bhuta. So here in this step, bhuta apasaranam. What is the meaning of this bhuta apasaranam, this step? So I've given you the meaning there. The pronunciation, as I told you, I explained you, bhuta. It's not bhuta. Bu, the word ba or bu is alpa prana. You use less energy. The breath energy to pronounce bu is less. But while you pronounce the same bu as bhu, you are using a little more energy. So that's why maha, little more. Prana means the breath energy. Prana means in general it is force or energy. But here, while chanting or pronouncing anything, while uttering any words, it is from the lung force. From the lung, the breathing is put out and it goes through the vocal cord and it vibrates. We do the different modulation through our tongue and we produce the sound. So, based on the consonants, based on the sound coming in the form of less prana, less energy and more energy, they are differentiated as alpa prana, in which the consonants are pronounced with less energy or force. It's called alpa prana. When you use a little more energy, more breath, then it is called mahaprana. I gave you the example in the consonant ba or bu is just alpa prana with less energy. Now the same thing has another version, that is mahaprana, that is bhu, bhuta. So that one, that is the thing. That's why we have written bhu. It's not bu. Bu means bu. Bhu means bhu. So while pronouncing, it has to be pronounced as bhutapasaranam. So what is the meaning of that? Meaning of bhutapasaranam means protection against obstacles from the evil spirits. Spirits, there are so many evil spirits, ghosts and other things. While we are doing any good things, they are little mischievous and naughty. They may come and disturb you, trouble you. So to stop troubling them, this is the process, so that no negative energy, negative force will disturb you while you are doing this auspicious work of puja. So we do this step so that no negative energy will trouble you or create problems. So that's why it's called bhutapasaranam, meaning protection against obstacles from the spirits, ghosts, or whatever you may call. Now, what is the process now? What are we to do? I am going to give you a detailed explanation how Bhutapasaranam is done. Taking some rice. So here rice means akshata. I have told you how to prepare akshata even before while we are doing arghya, samanya arghya. We had put that akshata on the first bilva leaf, on all the three bilva leaf. We smear it with sandal paste. Then upon that sandal paste we keep this akshata. So then durva, then the flower, multipetal flower, all those things you know in the earlier step. But now, what way is this rice or akshata used? Before that, I will again explain what is this akshata. The meaning of akshata, it comes from the word kshata. Kshata means broken. Akshata means unbroken. That means continuous, akhanda. The Lord is akhanda. So now you have to take here unbroken rice. Then if you just wash it in water and then keep it there in some bowl, that is also just akshata, simple. But some people also, they smear very little ghee, purified, clarified butter, very little, or some oil based on the availability. It should be very, 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 very little. Should not do it more. Very little, just a pint or even not even a drop, 1/4 or even lesser than 1/4 of a drop. Then take that rice, unbroken rice, mix that softly so that the rice should not be broken. Then after the rice gets a coating of this clarified butter or all the oil, very little, then you have to add either turmeric or kumkum, vermilion. You may be knowing vermilion is also produced by culturing or doing something to turmeric. If you heat it with water or boil it with some other things, it becomes vermilion. Vermilion is also a product of turmeric only. So most of the time the turmeric is used based on the purpose, and different types of puja they use the vermilion also, vermilion, kumkum, sindhur. So now you can add that a little and mix it, then it becomes either red if the vermilion is added, or yellowish golden color if turmeric is added. This is called akshata. So I explained how to prepare akshata. It will be there in the bowl while doing in the puja. It will be kept. Everything will be placed in the puja plate, worship plate, like flowers, sandal paste, bilva, tulasi, durva. All those things will be placed in the worship plate, which will be arranged in that very nicely, and it will be kept for worship. So now this akshata will also be placed there. For so many other what do you call processes, you need akshata. So first we used it in the arghya. Now we are using it for the bhusapasarana. So what is to be done here? Taking some rice, that is akshata, in the left hand, and covering it with the right hand. Then you have to cover that hand which has akshata, cover it in the right hand like this. Okay, akshata in the left hand, little akshata you can, so that much of akshata that you can take it with these two fingers, only that much, not much. As much as you take, can pick it up in these fingers like this. So that much of rice will be placed, then cover it with the right hand. Then you utter the mantra to purify that akshata. What is that? What have you to do? What is the mantra? Repeat the mantra Phat. Last time I had explained this utterance of this Phat. So here we have to utter it 7 times. So we have to keep the count. How to count 7 times? On the right finger you can count it. I showed you how to count on this finger. When we are doing japa, we do that counting. So from the ring finger in the middle, we start the counting. 1, then 2, the bottom of the ring finger, then the bottom of the little finger, 3, then the middle of the ring small finger, little finger, 4, then the top of the small finger, little finger, 5, then the top of the ring finger, 6, then the top of the middle finger, 7, then the top of the forefinger, 8, then the middle of the forefinger, index finger, that is the 9, then the bottom of the index finger or forefinger, it is 10. So this way in the right hand you can count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So whatever mantra you have to tell, either Om or now you have to tell Phat. So how many mantras, the number of mantras you can count, keep count. So now you have to tell Phat 7 times. So by covering this rice in this akshata in this hand, then you cover it like this, then you do the mantra here. So how many mantras? The Phat has to be repeated 7 times. So how will you do it? I'm just showing it there. It should be covered like this and done. Now I'm showing it like this. Phat, 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 Phat. So 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it ends the 7. Then if you go forward, it becomes 9, 8, 9, 10. So you should not go forward. Only 7 here. So 7 times you have done it. Phat. That is the ritual given here. Okay. Now we'll go to see what is this Phat. So last time I explained it, but here again I am going to explain it. What is this Phat? So this meaning of Phat in mantras. It is onomatopoetic word. Onomatopoetic word. Phat is a onomatopoetic word used mystically in uttering spells or incantations. So in Bhagavata, I told you the verse from the Bhagavata. What is the meaning? Savisargam patantam or padantam tat sarvadikshu. That is the meaning given in Bhagavatam. So in all many Vajasaneya Samhita, Atharva Veda, Taitiriya Aranyaka, all these places it is used as onomatopoetic word, a mystical syllable used in incantation. So again I'll repeat part. You remember it. What is the this thing? How to pronounce it? Again you have to note it. It is not pat, pat. It is a mahaprana. I told you about alpa prana and mahaprana. So this consonant pa has two aspects. One is using less energy, lung power. So it is pa. Then the same letter pa can be pronounced with more prana. That is pa. So here we have to use this Mahaprana, Pa. That's why PHAT. We have given that. In Sanskrit or in that Hindi word we can easily understand, but in English we can only explain to that extent. So it is Phat. So PHAT, Phat. That is how it has to be pronounced. Okay? 7 times you have to tell it. So I again explain it. And onomatopoetic word used mystically in uttering spells or incantation, a mystical syllable used in incantation. So that is this phat. Okay. Now I have explained what this phat mantra or that it is used in mantras. So now 7 times you have to repeat it. I showed you how you should repeat taking the akshata in your hand. Now that akshata has been purified, or that all that things due to the spells, all that vigna or whatever their impurity has been removed from that akshata. So now what is to be done next? Keeping count on the fingers on the right hand. Then scatter the rice on all sides with Naracha Mudra, chanting the following mantra, ringing the bell. So while ringing the bell, what is the reason we ring the bell? What is the importance? What is the significance of ringing the bell? I explained to you in the last thing, and I also gave you the mantra. So that mantra, I will repeat it again. That mantra, what is used to while what is the mantra used during ringing the bell? Last time I explained, I wrote that, I just gave you. Now also it is on the screen. You can copy it down. Now I will teach you how to pronounce it and also what is the meaning of it. Now shall I tell the pronunciation or how to chant that mantra? While ringing the bell, you catch hold of the bell like this in the left hand. Then you go on moving it in this way so that the bell will start ringing. You know that how to do that in the left hand it should be done. So now what is the mantra while it is to be told? Usually, generally in our puja, we don't chant this mantra. But since you should know why we chant the mantra, in that mantra, the meaning is given and the significance of ringing the bell is given. That's why I'm teaching you that mantra. So what is the mantra? Agamarthantu, Agamarthantu Devanam. Agamarthantu Devanam. Meaning, the bell is rung for the invocation of divinity, for the gods and goddesses, the positive forces, the positive energies, gods and goddesses, good. So for the good to come, agamartant, for them to come. I ring this bell. Then what is the next thing? Gamanartantu rakshasam. Gamanartantu means for chasing away, for them going away, for them to go away. Rakshasam, the negative forces, the demons. Rakshasas means asuras, demons. So for them to run away, go away. For the devatas, gods and goddesses, for the positive energies to come. Agamartantu devanam, gamanartantu rakshasam. That is the meaning. Okay. Kurve, I will ring the bell. Gantaravam, that is Gantaravam means I will make the sound of the bell. Kurve, I will do. Gantaravam, the sound of the bell. Tatra, that is here. Why? Devatahvana lanchanam. It is the symbol, it is the significance, it signifies the invitation to gods and goddesses. Devata ahvana, ahvana means invitation for them to come. So tatra devata ahvana lanchanam. I'll repeat that mantra again. Agamartantu devanam gamanarthantu rakshasam kurve gantaravam tatra devatahvana lanchanam. I ring this bell indicating the invocation of divinity so that virtuous and noble forces enter our home, our place of worship, and also our heart, our mind. And the demoniac and evil forces should depart outside, they should go away. So that is the reason we are ringing the bell. That is the mantra, and that is the significance of why we ring the bell. Now, in this process, in the Bhutapasarana, chasing, see, as such, the ringing of the bell itself, the evil spirits, the bhuta, the ghosts, or the rakshasas, the demons, they cannot bear the sound, the pealing sound, the auspicious sound of the ringing of the bell. That's why they will run away. And that will be very soothing. The ringing of the bell, the sound, the pealing sound of the bell, which produces, you can see it is almost similar to Om. So when the bell is ringing continuously, you can get that Om auspicious sound. Om. Pranava. Nada will be coming. So the bad forces, the evil forces, the ghosts, the rakshasas, the demons will run away. They cannot withstand that sound. But it will be very soothing for the gods and goddesses, good forces, and they will come to the place. That is the reason we ring the bell. Okay. Now going forward, how are we using that in this Bhutapasarana? It itself, ringing the bell itself is chasing away the evil spirit. But some more things are to be done. What is that? I'm going to explain it now. So in this process of Bhutapasaranam, what are we doing? Now again I'm telling Akshata, taking some rice in the left hand and covering it with the right. Repeat Fat 7 times, keeping count on the finger of the right hand. Then scatter the rice on all sides. So you're sitting here for puja. So in all the direction, you have to scatter the rice. So how to catch hold of the rice? It is there in the mudra. You can see that is Naracha mudra. How to catch hold of that rice? You took that in your hand like this in the left hand. So that rice has to be taken in the Naracha mudra. So you have to scatter the rice on all the sides with the Naracha mudra, not in any way you like. You cannot scatter it taking in a fist or something. It has to be taken in this Naracha mudra. Chanting the following mantra, ringing the bell. Okay. Then we have to chant the mantra while scattering also. While scattering that rice in all the direction, you are chanting that mantra. I will teach you that mantra. It will come next, all one by one. Naracha mudra has been given. So the mantra also will be given. Then I will tell the meaning of that mantra too. Okay. Now it is not the bell ringing mantra. It is the Narach mudra itself. Whatever was there earlier. No, not the Goyoni mudra. It is the earlier one itself. So that is the Sarva Vignanusarya Hum Fat Swaha. The same. Yeah, that itself. That will be there. So now I will explain about what is Naracha mudra. So in which mudra or the pose of the finger is given there in the picture. So I have to explain about it. What is that? How to do that? So let us see what is this Naracha mudra. The pronunciation of it is Na-Racha. Na-Racha. I told you in vowels there are two types. One is Hrasva and another is Dirgha. Hrasva means while uttering it, If you use 1 unit of time, it's called matra in Sanskrit. Matra is just like we tell seconds, minutes, and other things. The smallest unit of time in Sanskrit is called matra. So if you use 1 unit of time, that is matra, 1 matra time to utter a vowel, it's called hrasva. If you use 2 unit of time in Sanskrit to utter a vowel, it's called dirgha. Example, a, that is 1 unit of time. It is hrasva, a, dirgha. So I showed you how the a is produced. Suppose you use 3 unit and more unit, 3 matra kala or more than 3 unit of time, then it becomes pluta. So what are the 3 types of vowels? The first one with 1 matra of time, unit of time is hrasva, a. Then 2 unit of time, 2 matra is dirgha, a. Then 3 and more unit of time, it's called pluta, a. So a, hrasva, dirgha, pluta. Now here na is dirgha, it's not na, it is na. So dirgha, na. Then ra is also dirgha, ra. Second 2 unit of time. Cha is hrasva, naracha mudra. Okay, now you got the pronunciation, naracha mudra. So what is this naracha mudra? I'm now going to explain about this naracha mudra. Join the tips of the thumb. So you know what is the thumb. So join the tips of the thumb. This is the thumb, the tip of the thumb. Then what has to be joined with that? Join the tips of the thumb and forefinger. This is the forefinger, this is the thumb when you join. Okay. Now you stretch the other fingers. Join the tips of the thumb and forefingers of the right hand. It is right hand, it's not the left hand. Join the tips of the thumb and forefingers of the right hand and stretch the other fingers upwards. So you can see there it is stretched. So from this direction it is like this, then there it is given in this direction. Okay. Now you catch hold of that rice. Now in this Naracha Mudra you have only 2 fingers to catch hold of the rice. So only that much of rice has to be taken, by which you can hold only like this. Why this posture? Why this Naracha Mudra? Now we will explain that thing also. Okay. I will again explain what is Naracha Mudra and then go to why we do that. Join the tips of the right hand, that is the thumb, the tip of the thumb and the forefinger of the right hand, and stretch the other fingers upwards. Place this hand wherein the mudra has been formed near the right shoulder. Yeah. Okay. Then after placing it like this, then take that thing and start sprinkling everywhere in all the direction. Telling that mantra, I will teach you that mantra while you are sprinkling that rice everywhere in all the direction. What is the mantra to be told? I will tell you afterwards. But now I am giving the significance why we were using this Narach mudra. What is that? This mudra is used. This mudra is used at the time of removal of evil spirits. Bhuta apasaranam. Okay. We use this Naracha mudra in some other places too. But here we are using it. This mudra, Naracha mudra, is used in the time of at the time of removal of spirits. Bhutapasaranam. The idea behind this mudra is that the worshipper, as it were, picking arrows. How do you pick the arrows from the quiver? Suppose, let us think you are an archer. You have the quiver behind like this, isn't it? You use the right hand. Generally, the right handers use that. You have to do it only in right hand, puja and other things. So, you use the quiver will be here. That's why the reason we held this here like this first. On the right shoulder, edge of the right shoulder here, we held it like this because the quiver is here. the archer. He has so many arrows. So while we are chasing away or hitting or what do you call, trying to hit or kill some bad force or bad person or bad demons, what we do, we take the arrow with the Narach Mudra, like this, the posture. So the thumb, how do you, so it is, the another, this thing mudra is also there. So how do you catch hold of the arrows? Take it in Narach Mudra. Take it like this, put it to the arrow, then release it. So that is the mudra. That is Narach Mudra is signifying that you are the worshipper, as it were, picking arrows for destroying evil influences. So it is picking the arrow mudra from out of the quiver hung at the back of the right shoulder. That's why we touched here. Then we take it here, take that, touch it as if they were the rice or the arrows. All the rice you have taken from that, making pat 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 7 times in the hand, you take it in the Narach Mudra, touch it here, then start sprinkling everywhere. That means you are releasing the arrows. The akshata, the rice is used as the arrows, weapons, and you are chasing away all the spirits telling the mantra. So now you came to know what is this, why we are using Narach Mudra and what is the process. Okay, you are chasing it as if you are making with the word fat, you are converting that akshata or rice, unbroken rice, into arrows, into weapons. And now you are throwing all the weapons in all the directions to chase away all the evil spirits, the ghosts, or any other negative forces which are there, to chase it. Okay, now I will come back and teach you that mantra. It is there. The mantra is still there. Need not change the this thing. It is still there. The mantra is there. I am going to now teach you the mantra. Very important mantra. Yeah, all the mantras you have to get it by heart. This also, so while you are ringing the bell and throwing that akshata in all directions, you have to repeat this mantra. It is given there in the screen. It is already there. The mantra 3, it is there. Oh, no, sorry, the mantra 2 and mantra 3, both of them. Okay, I will first teach you the mantra 2. Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya Om Phat Swaha. Can you repeat this mantra? I will break it still more into smaller pieces and teach you for your easy pronunciation. Om Sarva Vigna Utsaraya. Together it becomes Sarva Vignanutsaraya. Vigna Utsaraya. The two words have been combined to make Vignanutsaraya. When it is separated, it is Vigna Utsaraya. Combined, it becomes Vignanutsaraya. Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya Om Phat Swaha. Can you repeat that mantra after me? It is there in the thing, or you can also write it down. If you have the books also, it will be there. Please repeat that mantra after me. Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya. Again, Ghna is the Mahaprana. Vigna. So it's not Vigna, Alpa Prana. It is Ghna is Mahaprana. Vignanutsaraya. Vignanutsaraya. Whom? That is also Bija Mantra. I have explained about what is that whom, Bija Mantra, what is Bija Mantra and where that is used, whom, all that thing I have told. In future, in Bhuta Shuddhi, that whom is used for awakening the Kundalini. To awaken the Kundalini, this Bija Mantra, whom is also used therein. So in different purpose, that will be used. So now here, we are using that mantra Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya Om Phat Swaha. So while we are doing, what is that word Phat also I have explained, whom also Bija Mantra I have already explained. This now word Swaha. While we are offering something, we use the word Swaha. It is also used in Havan, Homa, Yaga, Yagna. While we are doing the Mangala Karya, auspicious programs, then we use this word Swaha. In the homas and pujas, we use the term Swaha when we are doing Mangala, auspicious work. When we are doing the last rites like the worship of the ancestors or the dead people, then we don't use Swaha. Then we use the word Swadha. So for auspicious work, for the worship of the gods, Guru and other things, we use Swaha. for the worship of the ancestors, worship of the dead people. So that is while we are doing this apara karma. This is auspicious mangala karma. That is apara karma. That is the worship of the dead people or anything, whatever you are doing. Then we use the word swadha. I will tell you the story of swaha and swadha. So usually it is used as the spouses of two spouses of Agni. So I will go to the detail of that Swaha and Swada. I will tell that story in another class or next time. But now let us complete this Bhuta Pasaranam. Otherwise, we'll be going away from the Bhuta Pasaranam. We shall not digress from this ritual. So I am teaching you the mantra that is Swaha. So we use Swaha in auspicious worship or Havan or Homa or Yaga or Yagna. When it is auspicious, doing the worship of the deities, gods and goddesses, we and Guru, we use this Swaha. So when ancestors are worshipped, Aparakarma, then we use Swadha. Okay, now it is Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya Hum Pat Swaha. Okay, now I have to give this mantra one, I have to give you the meaning, isn't it? I will tell you the meaning. What is this? Om, it's the mantra of the Ishvara. It is all the consummation of all the sound. It represented by Om. It is the symbol of Ishvara. The Lord symbol, highest Lord symbol is sound. Symbol is Om. Om Sarva. What is the meaning of Sarva? All. Vigna, obstacles. Sarva Vigna, obstacles. Utsaraya, not ordinarily removing. Utsar means uproot, deeply rooted. You uproot it. Suppose the tree is there, it is rooted deeply rooted. So what you do, you uproot it. You not just break the tree at the stem, but you go to the roots, remove it from there. It's called uprooting. So utsarayam is uprooting. So now you came to know the meaning. Om, you know what is Om? Then Sarva, all, Vigna, obstacles, Utsaraya means uprooting, whom, you know that Bija mantra, Pat, again that mystic syllable used for removing of evil spirits or incantation, putting a spell. So Pat Swaha. When you are offering something to the Agni or as a worship in Mangala Karya, in auspicious worship of the deities and Guru, we use the word Swaha. So now the meaning of this mantra, that mantra 2 is clear. Okay. Now we'll go to the next mantra, mantra 3. And first I will again chant there itself the mantra. I will allow you to chant it. Now you know the meaning. I will again teach you how to chant it. Om, repeat it. Sarva, Sarva, Vignanutsaraya. How is it broken? Vigna, Utsaraya. Together it becomes Vignanutsaraya. Whom Pat Swaha. Again I am going to teach it. Om, Om, Sarva, Sarva, Vignanutsaraya, Vignanutsaraya, Whom Pat Swaha. So this mantra we have completely learned. We will go to the next mantra. You have to memorize this. Okay, you have to chant it again and again and memorize it. By the time in the next puja class, you should be it should be already in your memory. Okay, you should have already got by heart. So the next mantra is Om Apasarpantu. Om Apasarpantu Te Bhuta Ye Bhuta Bhuvi Samstitaha. Bhuvi Samstitaha. Bhu is again Mahaprana. It's not Bhu. It is Bhu. Mahaprana. Using more energy. Bhuvi. Bhuta. Bhuvi. Both are Mahaprana. Samstitaha. Om Apasarpantu Te Bhuta Ye Bhuta Bhuvi Samstitaha. Ye Bhuta Vigna kartaraste, ye bhuta vigna kartaraste, nashyantu, nashyantu, Shivagnaya, Shivagnaya. Okay, I will repeat this mantra again. Mantra 3, which is used to kill or chase away or destroy the evil spirits, the negative forces, the demons who are present at the place of worship to disturb you. You are going to destroy them or chase them away by this mantra, by ringing the bell and throwing that akshata or rice in the form of arrow weapons. So now I'll repeat this mantra. Om apasarpantu te bhuta e bhuta bhuvi samsthitaha e bhuta vighnakartaraste nashyantu shivagnaya. Okay, now I'll tell you the meaning of this mantra. Om apasarpantu. What is the meaning of Om, you know? Apasarpantu. Apasarpantu means those demons or evil spirits or ghosts which are retreating, which are running away. So don't spare them. We should not spare them also. Even if they are running away, trying to run away from your place. Because if you spare them, they may come back again and disturb you. So those evil spirit, the negative energies, the ghosts which are running away, palayana, retreating, do not spare even them. So that in that term, apasarpantu. So what is the next word after Om apasarpantu te bhuta? So those ghosts or evil spirits or negative forces which are running away, palayana, retreating, do not spare even them. Then what is the next word? E bhuta, those spirits, those evil ghosts or the evil negative energies. Bhuvi samstitaha. What is bhuvi? Bhuvi means ground, the earth. Bhuvi samstitaha means which are underground. Now they are hiding underground. Some ghosts are running away now because you are doing this process. They are afraid and running away. But some are gone underground. Now those bhutas also are to be destroyed, chased away or killed. So not only those who are running away, don't spare them. Those who are retreating or running away, don't spare those bhutas also. Those ghosts or negative spirits, evil spirits which are underground, which are hiding underground. Bhuvi samstitaha. Te bhuta bhuvi samstitaha. Ye bhuta bhuvi samstitaha. Then ye bhuta vignakartaraste. So those evil spirits and ghosts or demons or negative energies which are ready to cause you obstacles. Ye bhuta vignakartaraste. Nashyantu. They are to be destroyed. Nashyantu. They are to be destroyed. How? By Lord Shiva's command. Shivagnaya. By Lord Shiva's command, Shivagnaya, all the ghosts or negative energies which are ready to cause obstacles and those ghosts which are hiding underground, they have gone underground, and those ghosts and evil spirits and negative energies which are running away, retreating, all of them have to be destroyed. Nashyantu. How? By Shivagnaya, by Lord Shiva's command, because he is the Lord of all these negative energies, that is Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, all that thing. Shiva is the Lord. He is called Bhutapati. So by his command, you are invoking the command of Lord Shiva to destroy all these obstacles. Okay? So if the negative spirits, negative things goes away, what will come in? Positive things, positive spirits. So automatically that is the reason why we are chasing away all the negative spirits. So that is this term. What a wonderful ritual, isn't it? So it is also, you can take it psychologically. You feel that all the negative forces are going away. That itself will create so much of joy in your mind. All the negative forces are going away. So the positive forces will fill within, come and fill up your worship room, isn't it? So that's the same thing. Ringing the bell too, we told the mantra, Agamartantu Devanam. The positive spirits, the gods and goddesses will come for them to come. That's why we ring the bell. Gamanartantu Rakshasam. For all the negative spirits and the other evil spirits to go run away, to go away. So I do this Gantarava, and also this mantra is telling the same thing we have come to know. So now again I will teach you the pronunciation of the mantras from the beginning. Again I will do that. I will teach you the mantras. You have to get it by heart. Then we will go to the next step after this. Okay, after Bhutapasaranam, we will go to the next step. But before that, I am going to teach you it again. So how to do the Bhutapasaranam? What is the meaning of Bhutapasaranam? The step, it's called protection against obstacles from the spirits, from the negative forces. Taking some rice, akshata, as much, not too much, so much you can hold with your Narach Mudra. Okay, that much only. In the left hand, I showed you how to do that. In the right, repeat Phat 7 times. I showed you how to count that 7 times, keeping count on the fingers on the right hand. Then scatter the rice on all sides with Naracha Mudra. So taking that rice, picking it from the right hand, no left hand, in the Naracha Mudra. Now I told you, you have to keep it on the edge of the shoulder like this. That means you are taking the weapon, the arrows from the quiver. You are making this, converting this rice into arrows, weapons to kill or chase the evil spirits, ghosts, demons, and negative spirits. Okay, then you sprinkle in all the direction. Simultaneously, you have to ring the bell. Simultaneously, you have to tell the mantra. Okay, now then scatter the rice on all sides with Naracha Mudra, chanting the following mantras, ringing the bell. So, ringing of the bell, chanting of the mantra, and scattering of the rice like an arrow in Naracha Mudra should be done simultaneously. Now I will teach you the mantra Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya Hum Phat Swaha. Please repeat it. Om Sarva Vignanutsaraya Hum Phat Swaha. I'll go to the next mantra. Om Apasarpantu Te Bhuta Ye Bhuta Bhuvi Samsthitaha Ye Bhuta Vighnakartarasте Nashyantu Shivagnyaya. Can you repeat it again? I will teach it slowly, bit by bit. Then you can repeat it together with me or after me. Om Apasarpantu. Om Apasarpantu. Te Bhuta. Ye Bhuta. Te Bhuta. Ye Bhuta. Bhuvi Samsthitaha. Bhuvi samsthitaha. That samsthi is Mahaprana. Samsthitaha. More energy is used. Bhuvi samsthitaha. Ye bhuta. Ye bhuta. Vignakartaraste. Vignakartaraste. Nashyantu. Nashyantu. Shivagnyaya. Shivagnyaya. So that ya in the end, Shivagnyaya is Dirgha. Shivagnyaya. Va is also Dirgha. Shiva Agnyaya. Shiva Agnyaya. Together it becomes Shivagnyaya. Okay. Now it is complete. This process is complete. We have 5 more minutes and we'll go to the next step. The next step is after the Bhutapasaranam, it is Bhumi Shuddhi. The next step is Bhumi Shuddhi. Bhumi means the earth, the Prithvi, Bhumi. So we have to purify it. So it's the whole purification process means removing the obstacles, removing this purification means to deify it, to divinize it, to convert, transform that into the Lord. You should not see the Bhumi. You should see only Parabrahma Swarupa, Atman, God, Amritattva. So that is the idea. Purification means to see Lord everywhere, internal and external. So slowly from Dwaradevata, From dwara, from the door, we are making, purifying everything, seeing only God, seeing only Atman, Parabrahma, consciousness everywhere. So in the water, we purified it and made, converted it into Amrita. Again, that is consciousness, Atman. Then that is in the Samanya Argya. Then the Dwara Puja, now the door for entering the worship hall is converted into seeing God there too, purification. Then chasing away all the negative forces to fill the positive energies, Bhutapasaranam. Now the next step is Bhumi Shuddhi. Bhumi means earth, Shuddhi means purification. So in this step, I will again teach you the pronunciation of Bhumi Shuddhi. Bha is again Mahaprana, it is not Ba. It is not Bhu, it is Bhu. Bhumi Shuddhi. So the, it is called Sanyuktakshar. In Sanskrit, two or three letters joined together, they are called Yuktakshar or Sanyuktakshar. So when you join, I think that concept is not so prevalent in English. So it is in Indian languages. So two or three or more letters can be joined together. That's called conjoined letters. So now here it is called Yuktakshara or Sanyuktakshara. So the and the first the Alpaprana and Mahaprana, the and the joined together, it becomes with E. See, another vowel is there, E, then one consonant the is there, another consonant the, Mahaprana. So all these three are joined together and uttered as dhi. So it's called Sayuktakshar. So how to pronounce it together? Shuddhi. So you are stressing, you see that stress is there, Yuktakshar. So you have to stress it. The earlier word should be stressed. Shuddhi. That is the way it is pronounced. Okay. Then bhumi. Bhu is again Mahaprana. So it's not bhu. Bhumi. Shuddhi. Together. Bhumi Shuddhi. Okay, you came to know how to pronounce it. The meaning of it is purification of the ground. You're sitting on the ground, the ground of the worship hall or the sanctum where you're doing the worship, the prayer hall. So the ground on which you are sitting or standing or walking is also now purified. What is that purification process? You think earlier it was just some mud and tiles or something. Now you have to change your thought that everything is consciousness, that is Atman, Amrita or Parabrahman, God. So then it is purified. That is real purification. So now what is the process? The process is taking a little water in the right palm. Allow it to seep and fall on the ground through the fingers of the fist using Go Yoni Mudra. So the Go Yoni Mudra has been given there. How to pronounce that? Go means cow. Yoni Mudra. One part of the cow. Go Yoni Mudra. That is the mudra. So it is shown how to do that, where the water has to come down, how you have to spill that water on the ground through the Goyoni Mudra. So taking little water in the right palm, allow it to seep and fall on the ground through the fingers of the fist using Goyoni Mudra in front of the asana. So I think we have to go to the next thing to show you the asana. We are sitting on the asana, isn't it? The cloth, seat, or it may be made of something other material too. The other material may be, that should be compulsorily a non-conducting material, bad conductor of electricity or something. It can be done with wood, it can be done with, some people use the deer skin or tiger skin in India. Now because of the prohibition from the forest department, many people may not use it, but you should have the license to get it, then permission from this thing, the old thing. If you are using it, it will continue. Newly you can't use the deer skin or tiger skin or something, because the forest department or the government prohibits it. So if it is already there in your family, you are having that, then you have the permission from the government or you take it from the forest department, then there is no problem. So they use the deer skin or tiger skin. So generally every people can easily use the asana. It is made, it is ready made. cloth or some other material. Sometimes they use the wood. Also, two or three asanas will mix together sometimes. So you should not sit on the bare ground for meditation or doing worship or puja or anything, havan. You should not sit bare on the bare ground, because your body should not touch the ground. Body is the earth is the very good this thing of all the electrons or energy or power, electricity it absorbs. There is a concept called grounding, electricity grounding. So the electricity you can see which is produced there, the static electricity in the lightning, it is absorbed by the ground. So ground is a very good grounding. It absorbs everything, electricity and everything. So while you are in this process of puja, meditation or japa or any other worship or havan, so in your body lot of energy, lot of positive energy, some good energies are produced in your head, in your body, the whole body produces good energies. So if you are sitting on the ground, touching that body is touching directly to the ground, then all those energy will be grounded, it will go away. So to preserve that, you have to sit on the asana, or you have to sit on the bad conductor of electricity like wooden asana in a square or rectangular form. So that has to be used. So now I will have to tell about Goyoni Mudra and other things, because now already it is 7 o'clock and 2 minutes. We have crossed our limits. We will stop the class today here, and we will continue with the study of this puja, significance of puja, the significance of worship, or the science of worship, next week, that is Monday evening. Again, we are going to see that, because now the time is finished. We can't continue now. So Bhumi Shuddhi will be continued in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.